Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on DXY. What am I expecting on DXY? If you watched my previous analysis on DXY, right, I said I was expecting DXY to push to the upside, and my reason was because of we were currently around this trend line right here, and I said there was two possibilities. That one possibility is because we've been rejecting off of this trend line. You can see around this area right here, so there's a possibility that we might push to the upside if we reject it. And I said another possibility is we can see that there's been a bearish momentum, so that there's also a possibility that we might break this trend line right here, retest and continue to push to the downside. That was my both scenario, but as we can see that we chose the bullish one. So and I said for the bull, my target would be 104 around that area, and that was because of there was this imbalance here that needs to be filled around that area. So that was my target. As long as we don't break out of this trend line right here, I said we'll continue to push to the upside, and that was the target. So I'm going to delete this one right here, and you can see, if you remember as well, I drew another block here. There is another block around this area right here, right, that we might get to at least around that level right here. Let me delete that as well, and here too. But as you can see that we are currently around my negative 61.8% fib level around that area, so that shows a possibility that we might push to the downside a little bit. And also there is also another confluence, right? I can draw a box here. We can see that whenever we get to around the zone right here, there is always a possibility for a rejection around that area. So we are currently around the zone that rejects whenever we get there. We can see, right, first rejection, second rejection, we are currently around that area. So there's a possibility that we might have third rejection as well around that area, right? So I'm going to delete this, my fib right here, and see my next start. So I think my next move will be one step at a time, at least around this area right here. So I think we might push down to this area, then determine our next move, right? I can also draw a trend line here just to indicate what I'm seeing right here. So that's my thought too. So now I think we might at least push down to this level right here. Then when we get there, we'll determine what next, because we don't know what next. I still think it's kind of like bearish move, right? Because we broke the structure. For us to continue to see a huge buy, I'll prefer it to at least come and break this previous high right here, something like a good break of structure to give us and high, then possible retest it to give us weak rejections, and that determines that we are trying to break the zone but it's not breaking out of the zone. Then we'll continue to push to the upside. But as of right now, just based on that, whenever parallel experience, whenever we are here, we push to the downside. So I see a possibility of it dropping. And another confluence is because of we were currently, this level right here is my negative 61.8% fib level. So that's another confluence one, because that zone right there, it's a reversal zone, and we are currently around that area. So that's another possibility of it dropping to the downside. So I think my next target would be something like this. Then getting here will determine our next move, right? We have to take it one step at a time. So this is more visible right here. Let's see, let me adjust this right here. So coming around this area is more visible right here. Then whatever we do here will determine our next move, right? Either we're going to continue to push to the upside or break the zone right here and push to the downside, right? So that is just my quick thoughts on DXY, guys. Hope you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share, and I'll see you in my next analysis. Thank you for watching, guys.